Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, there are quite a number of individuals, immigrants currently in the UK on the skilled worker visa, health and care visa, that have been getting their curtailment letter from the Home Office. Now, for those who don't know, the Home Office sends out curtailment letter to those on different work visa categories for different situations, which I'll be talking about in this video. And I've had situation in November whereby about 4 different individuals got the curtailment letter from the Home Office. And I mean, getting the curtailment letter is not the scary part. I mean, when you get the curtailment letter, you get about 60 days ideally to get a new job, get a new sponsor, or move to a new visa, or even submit an application to the Home Office. However, a few curtailment letters being released or being sent out now requires people to leave the UK immediately. Yes, you heard me, immediately. People have been told by the Home Office for different reasons that, oh, your license, as your sponsor just lost the license, is been revoked, or your sponsor reported you to the Home Office, and because of the offense that has been committed was intentional, you have to leave the UK immediately. And this has put people in so many issues, so many challenges. And that's why when I come on this channel, I share it with you guys some of the things that individuals are going through, so that you can find a way to avoid being in similar situation. If this is not something like to know more about, don't get no, keep watching to the end. And if you're coming across the channel for the first time, I share everything UK immigration, transition into tech and personal finance on this channel. Trust me, you're definitely going to get loads of values from the video pushed out on this YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So one of the most scary things you can get from the Home Office as an immigrant in the UK is the curtailment letter. Now, for those who don't know what the curtailment letter is, so it's majorly a notification sent by the Home Office to individuals on different work visa categories that the duration or the time of their visa has been curtailed or shortened, basically. And getting a curtailment letter can be for different reasons. The most common one is when your employer that you work for lose their license, or when someone who is on a work visa gets sacked or laid off from their job. They get a curtailment letter doing they're no longer working with the employer from the Home Office, saying your employer confirms that you no longer work with them, and since you no longer work with them and your visa is tied to the job, you have to get a new sponsor, and you have a duration of time to get that new sponsor. Basically, the curtail or shorten the length of the visa. And that reason is if you're a student who never attended school, you never went for classes, and the university reports you to the Home Office, you also get your visa curtail. Or you are on a dependent visa and your partner, who is the main applicant, reported you to the Home Office that the relationship no longer exists, you're no longer married to this person, then you'll probably also get a curtailment letter. Or you breach the condition of your visa and the Home Office was aware, you also get a curtailment letter. Now, that's not even the whole purpose of this video. Now, getting a curtailment letter, like I said earlier, comes with a 60 days timeline to get a new sponsor. And if you don't get a new sponsor within that 60 days, you will have to leave the United Kingdom. Now, this is where it gets really, really, really scary. Now, we had a particular situation whereby someone used to work with a particular care agency, doing well, doing this 37.5 hour shift steady. Now, what happened was, while on this job, at some point the care agency said, oh, we don't have a job at the moment, we can't even give you enough hours. And when they said that, according to the person, she decided, so okay, since you don't have a job for me, I'm just going to do extra jobs here and there just to meet up with financial obligations, which sort of makes sense. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Now, after a while, it seems the Home Office started investigating this particular care agency, and what happened was they actually threw their staff under the bus. So they reported a few of their staff to the Home Office, saying that, oh, these particular individuals have not been working with us for the last couple of months. They didn't really specify the reason why they haven't been working. They just said they've not been working with us for the past couple of months. They had like pay slip evidence to show that, oh, see, we haven't paid this person this last couple of months, or this individuals for the last couple of months. And when they provided all of those evidence to the Home Office, what these individuals got from the office was a curtailment letter that requires them to leave the UK immediately, which is practically unfair. And when they got this letter, it was a bit confusing. We had to reach out to the Home Office. Ideally, a curtailment letter should, require you to stay for 60 days. Why is it immediate? And all of this was brought to light. Now, that's why I said when you're working with employers, especially for those who, this is not like a secret or something completely new. If the way you got your sponsorship or your visa is not the right way, please don't sit on that particular job. Start trying to get a different job the proper way. Now, thankfully, you now have experience. So, for example, you got a job as a care assistant with a care home and you actually did buy the COS, and let's assume that things has been going well with the employer and you have nothing to worry about at the moment. Now, please don't just stay there and say, oh, since I've got nothing to worry about, I'm good. Please try as much as possible to get a job elsewhere that guarantees, one, your ability to work there without any issue of not enough hours, because trust me, a care home that requires you to pay for COS in the first place, there's a high possibility that you probably would have issue with them eventually. Now, not everyone do have issue with in such situations, but there's a high possibility. Now, so you don't get stuck in that particular loop, now that you have experience working in the same sector, you can leverage on that experience to then get in another job elsewhere, just so you don't have that situation. Now, some of these employers now are throwing their staffs under the bus because really they have nothing to lose in a way, to be honest, because when the Home Office investigates a care home or a care agency and they find them not treating their staff well, the worst thing that happens basically is that they lose their license to sponsor. They don't close down the care home for that reason. So the care home doesn't really have much to lose. Those who really have much to lose are the staff, because when the sponsor loses their license, they continue with their business, they probably get another staff, while the employees that work with them are stuck. They are desperately looking for another sponsor. They're desperately looking for another job. So yeah, it's a very scary thing getting that curtailment letter. It's really, really scary. I've had a few people that have gotten the same letter the last couple of months, and it's just a whole lot. Now, when you speak to immigration lawyers, they give you like different options, leave to remain, give you like many options. However, those options sort of make sense if you've got a family. If you've got kids probably that were born here, there are always ways around the immigration policies that immigration lawyers can leverage on to keep you in the country. However, if someone who is single, who have no family tie in the UK, you just yourself living here, then it gets a little bit tricky. You might need to probably move to a different country, or probably leave the UK for a while and then reapply to come in. Those are like the major options for those who've got no family or kids here in the UK. So please, if you're working with an employer and you've been seeing some signs, trust me, before an employer loses a license, you would start seeing those signs: lesser shifts, not compliance to CQC policy. So many signs you start saying. Please, let's be very attentive so that you don't get stuck and you don't find yourself in a situation whereby you will be required to get a new sponsor in 60 days. It's easier to get a job if you're not, in quotes, desperately looking for a job. Trust me. If you've got a job now that you're happy with, it makes sense to start applying for another job now, because you're not desperate. The way to get that curtailment is of 60 days. Trust me. Applying for jobs will become 10 times harder, because at this particular point you're under a whole lot of pressure trying to get another job because you have a timeline. So please, if you know you bought this COS, or you're working with an employer that doesn't look serious in a way, or doesn't prioritize the welfare of the employees, please start looking for another job. I hope you find this video informative. I just felt that I should share this on this channel for people who probably are in similar situations. Please speak to an immigration lawyer today and get as much help as you can. So if you find this video resourceful, click on the like button. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, do well to hit on the subscribe button. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.